When everything is going as planned, greatness is not defined. When the offense is operating like a well-oiled machine and you are up by 20 points, greatness is not measured. No, the darkest moments of a basketball game are where true excellence is measured. It is measured when the momentum entirely turns against you, when the system breaks, and when the pressure becomes oppressive. Greetings from Court Current again. We are dissecting one of the WNBA season's most turbulent, tense, and ultimately iconic games today. We are examining the details of the Indiana Fever's complete meltdown, which was followed right after by one of the most ruthless, season-defining shots you will ever see in professional basketball. The Washington Mystics, a blown 17-point lead, and Caitlin Clark's unquestionable skill are the topics of discussion today. The Indiana Fever appeared to be the team they were destined to be for the opening 30 minutes of this basketball game. The ball moved crisply and the offense flowed. Caitlin Clark dominated the first quarter of the game, scoring 10 points in a row and setting the pace. They gained a commanding 17-point advantage. However, a lead in the WNBA is only as secure as the discipline of your team and the structural integrity of your coaching staff. Additionally, the Indiana Fever suffer from a serious lack of structural integrity as the pressure starts to build. As we have discussed in great detail on this channel, we witnessed a slow, excruciating collapse as the second half progressed. Abruptly, the lovely ball movement that created the lead disappeared. The basketball of solitude came back. The defense ceased to rotate, and the Washington Mystics roared back before anyone in the arena could completely understand what was going on. Possession by possession, they reduced the lead, revealing the same shortcomings that we have been criticizing all season. The Fever supporters' utter disappointment as they witnessed their team lose up a significant advantage is audible. As the reality of this breakdown becomes apparent, listen to the unadulterated frustration.
Very passionate in this, but now we just blew the lead. So as of right now, the Fever has blew a 17-point lead, bro. They blew a 17-point lead. They're losing this game right now. The biggest lead other night for Washington was by 2 points.
He has every right to be enraged. You don't unintentionally blow a 17-point lead. Through a disastrous string of unintentional mistakes, poor shot selection, and a complete inability to secure the ball, you blow a 17-point advantage. The tragic tale of how the Indiana Fever enabled the Washington Mystics to return to contention is revealed in the box score from this game. It all boils down to one basic basketball premise. If you don't respect the leather, you can't win. In this basketball game, the Indiana Fever made an unforgivable 20 turnovers. 20 professional turnovers. It's practically a death sentence to give your opponent 20 extra possessions. They were in a position to win this game at all, which is a miracle. These weren't forced turnovers brought on by Washington's extreme defensive pressure. These included players driving carelessly into double teams without an exit strategy, careless passes, and misunderstandings. Listen to the breakdown of how careless this execution got in the final moments. 20 turnovers and giving the opposition more than 20 defensive rebounds.
Washington, but the Fever once again give up over 20 plus defensive rebounds, man. They had 17 steals, 20 turnovers. Oh my goodness, bro. 20 turnovers, dog. We can't win having 20 turnovers.
This leads directly to Stephanie White's coaching choices. An exceptional coach calls a timeout, calms the players, and executes a high percentage offensive set to stop a team from losing points as turnovers start to mount. Rather, we saw the Fever turn into complete terror. The offensive sets vanished entirely. Caitlin Clark lost possession of the ball during pivotal moments, giving the Mystics control of the defensive matchups. The tension reached a breaking point as the game extended into the last minute. After controlling the entire game, the Indiana Fever were unexpectedly behind. Even the calmest players on the floor began to feel the full weight of the situation as the pressure increased. Caitlin Clark was able to draw a vital foul with seconds remaining. She had the opportunity to tie the score or take the lead when she went to the free throw line. As a player, these are the moments you long for. However, basketball is a merciless and cruel sport. The legs can be heavy at times. The mechanics don't always work. Watch what transpired at the charity stripe during this excruciating scene.
Oh, let's go, Lexi! Kelsey Mitchell to Aaliyah Boston. To Caitlin Clark to Kelsey Mitchell.
She missed both of them. It is nearly unthinkable for a player with such legendary accuracy to miss 2 straight free throws in a crucial situation. The air in the arena seemed to entirely evaporate. Missing those free throws would be the mental end of the night for 99% of basketball players. The game would end, they would hang their heads, and their confidence would crumble. However, this is precisely what sets generational superstars apart from good players. A superstar's memory is short. The next possession is a whole new cosmos, as a superstar knows. This game's last minute was a complete mess. A desperate stop was put together by the Fever defense. Pushing the ball down the floor and battling for every square inch of hardwood, they caused a turnover. However, the Mystics refused to back down. The Indiana Fever were behind 76-75 with just 4.3 seconds remaining in the game. There are no more timeouts to move the ball forward. They had their backs to the wall. Legends are created in precisely this kind of situation. As the last play is set up, listen to the utterly intolerable tension. 4.3 seconds.
Oh, let's go, Lexi! Kelsey Mitchell to Aaliyah Boston. To Caitlin Clark to Kelsey Mitchell.
The ball is unbounded. This is where the tactical analysis shines. The defense of the Washington Mystics is fully aware of who is attempting this shot. Everyone in the arena is aware of the precise identity of the shooter. In an attempt to keep Caitlin Clark from getting the ball, the Mystics switch up their coverage. However, outstanding attacking players don't require a large window. They merely require a brief moment of daylight. Clark creates a tiny bit of separation with an excellent secondary screen. She is not at the three-point line, yet she catches the ball flawlessly in stride. She's not even near the three-point line. 31 feet from the basket, she is standing on the logo. This is a horrible, desperate heave for everyone else on the earth. This is Caitlin Clark's living room. She doesn't think twice. She advances without dribbling. With the entire franchise and the weight of a squandered 17-point lead on her shoulders, she rises over the defender's extended arms. Let's observe the course of history.
Mitchell
Here we go,
comes
baby.
off the screens, but so does Clark.
Wide open!
And in!
Wide open, CC!
Timely.
From the logo, wide open. Bang! It's more than just a game-winning shot. To the rest of the league, that is a clear statement. It states, no matter how chaotic the coaching gets, no matter how many turnovers the team commits, and no matter how much pressure you apply, you can never count out a team that has Caitlin Clark on the floor. The failed free shots were erased by her. The blown 17-point lead was erased by her. She prevented the Indiana Fever from suffering what would have been the most devastating loss of the season with a single flick of the wrist from 31 feet away. This shot completely alters the atmosphere in the locker room. It compels the coaching staff to choose precisely who this entire team should be built around. You don't run isolation plays for other players when the game is on the line. The player with infinite range and icy water in her veins is given the ball. The front office cannot overlook the serious red signals that this game revealed, even though the Indiana Fever managed to win 78-76. Blowing 17-point leads is not a viable strategy in the postseason. 20 turnovers is not enough to survive. In order to avoid wasting one of the most important players to ever set foot on a WNBA court, Stephanie White must figure out how to stabilize this offense in the second half of games. Court current is this: we dissect the tape, reveal its shortcomings, and when it occurs, we celebrate its ultimate awesomeness. Click the subscribe button now if you enjoy in-depth, unvarnished basketball analysis. To ensure that you never miss a breakdown, turn on those notifications and leave a comment underneath. Was this the WNBA's shot of the year? More significantly, does this victory make up for the awful coaching that nearly cost them the match? Tell me what you think, and I'll see you in the next